Welcome back, Kings family, to the film review. These are always tough after now, especially the Florida State. But the team fought hard. Worried for Emery. He came out today. It was a compound fracture. Just praying for him. Hope everything goes well. His recovery, speedy, healthy. Proud of the way he fought. Proud of the way the team fought. Let's just get straight into it. First play, they just catch with the start of them without two starting corners. Without them, the backups played extremely well, but they catch us here in the corner blitz here. They don't follow this orbit motion, so Jordan Travis knows it's a blitz coming with zone behind it. So he immediately goes to the outlet. That's what a fifth-year quarterback does. Great way to catch a slipper right there. Going back to some personnel we've been seeing since Clemson week, love it. Three down linemen with an extra linebacker in as an edge rusher essentially with Wesley Saint, who's been coming on as an edge rusher. You have him and Jared Harrison Hunt winning on this right side, making Jordan Travis spin out and complete a ball, but Jadaeus Richards, who's filling in for either Daryl Porter or Jaden Davis, take your pick. Both starting corners are out. But just great job here from Wesley Saint on the outside and Jared Harrison Hunt rushing up the middle. The D line was all over Jordan Travis. The DBs were clamping. We played a good game. Can't complain about much, honestly. This one hurt because I just felt like, it bouncing at the 12. Fans always argue all the time. Oh, we shouldn't catch that, shouldn't catch that. But I'm going to field every punt now, especially now with backspin. A lot of traffic here. His own man, a couple FSU defenders are here, so he kind of had to let it bounce or just made that decision not to run into all that traffic. But it's tough for Emory Williams to start this drive on the 1.5, 1 yard line. It's tough. I love our defense, and I think we play out of our mind a lot. But I just think with two new corners, something happened here with communication because we need. There's Jadaeus Richard trying to cover two people here. So he takes the slot fade because this guy's going deep. It's Keon Coleman. So I understand why he did it. Something just over here, there's just one person trying to cover two. It's just not a good look. So that's just going to be a free man. Thankfully, Cam just comes down to make this tackle. But that's something we do have to clean up, even though the defense plays lights out every week. Number three, I do think he's a good player. Benson, their running back, played with Coach Mara at Oregon. Obviously had a bigger game versus us last year, but even this year, just great power. They're able to get this movement on our D line. Honestly, what you're not used to seeing. Usually our defense kind of gives up a little some early in the game, and then they clamp up. It was something like that again, but this was just good job here from Florida State offensive line. It's here at the point of attack on the nose guard, where you get that right guard just to come in and do basically a little gut check to knock our D lineman down. That's what starts the surge. In the 11th set, we basically just have Restrepo here acting like another tight end at the wing, and he's pulling here with the action. You have McCormick sealing here with the left tackle Jalen Rivers. Kobe Young getting to the second level, where now Restrepo is that lead block. Now you're one-on-one. Now you're one-on-one essentially with the player. X does a good job initially. Breaks off to make the tackle, but 8 yards, 9 yards before contact, that's a well-blocked play. Excellent display of route running from Jacoby George here. This is 3rd and 3. Got to have it. We're in our 10 personnel set. 4 our receivers were wide. This is man coverage across the board with 2 over the top from Florida State. Just a little shin route, a little 5-yard in. It's the hesitation. Get that corner to commit and then swipe through underneath, and then he's going to do what he does after the catch, make another safety miss. Then he's off to the races. Another 30 yards makes somebody else miss. But wait till you see this replay on this side. But it's all about how you get that cornerback to open up. Then you swipe underneath. See that arm right underneath? Once you swipe there, there's no way the cornerback could flip around enough time to stop you. Yeah, he could have made that catch and tackle, but you're going to get that first down. Now you have the open field, breaking 1 tackle, breaking 2 tackles. Here comes the third. Jacoby's a beast. Y'all already know that. One of the best route runners and players on the team. Got to continue to get him the ball. Has over 700 yards and 8 touchdowns. Should be way more than that. We've known that, but man, he's the ball. Got to get him the ball. On the road, starting a freshman quarterback, you're going to see these, unfortunately. Just a little mismanagement in the protection here. Matt Lee opens to the right and Cohen goes to the left. That just opens up this big hole. This is 3rd and 8. So you're passing this, but then you got this he got blitz, excuse me, and Emery kind of gets torn up here, up high. But here you go. You have Matt Lee turning. You have Cohen turning. Nobody's nobody's accounting here. So it's just a blown protection there. It's going to happen. Freshman quarterback on the road. I think this is like one or only two that they got really a clean free look on Emery like that. Motion X out of the backfield now. It's back to a true 2-by-2 set. We're running that screen, quick screen here into the boundary. So it's nice to get that short side of the field because you get X to go in that corner. You get Matt Lee to kick out and Francis to kick out. And now next thing you know, you have your left tackle and left guard leading convoy with Jacoby George with a head full of steam, breaks a tackle, breaks another tackle. But this is just exactly what you love to see. Get the ball out quick of Emery's hands. This is a quarter that I believe we won the second quarter. Great job here by X. Here's Matt Lee. Here's Francis. Now the convoy is here. Jacoby George's full head of steam for a 24 or 25-yard gain for a pickup on the screen. It's another one of those just three-man route concepts, and it's not really much room or nowhere to go for the football. Doesn't matter who's at quarterback. You have tight end here sitting, and then he releases late. It's really a non-factor. But really good time here. You have 1,000, 2,000, 3,000, 4,000. For Emery, just like, hey, I have to take off. There's nothing there. And then the guy's able to shoot through. But for his second sack of the game on Emery. But this is just what it is. Like, where do you want him to go with this football? Jacoby George, he went here. He's looking at Jacoby. This is his one-on-one, on the outside. So he's looking at Jacoby, safety help. So he's like, no, let me not do that. He ends up throwing it later. Ends up being a touchdown, even with safety help. So maybe he could have went here, but there's just nowhere for him to go with this football. So he's trying to, make a run, make something positive here. But Florida State just comes through. We're seeing more and more of this 3D lineman look from Miami. It's really because of how good Wesley Basant has been on the edge, to be honest with you. Here he is. He's going to beat these two pullers. You have everybody down blocking here from the right side. Now you're pulling two guys from the backside, and you're supposed to go ahead and seal him or, be that kick out block. And then here comes Wesley just defeating it and then stuffing this guy in the backfield. So that's a big running back. He's hard to get and tackle when he's, gets the full head of steam. How you can stop him is by snuffing him out in the backfield. Wesley Basant does the same thing here. He's going to shoot underneath. You have this tight end and left tackle is supposed to go ahead and down block him. Kick block him out. Just beats him with pure speed and athleticism there. The play of another 954 king has not gone unnoticed on the D line, man. My boy Lichtenstein, man. He was sleeping on my dog, especially how we were able to continue to run 3D linemen and he could play that edge as our third D lineman. Really impressive how he's been able to do so. He's going to slip underneath this block right here and make this tackle. Boom. My boy Lichtenstein in that backfield. Everybody came in and they're getting in there. We brought everybody to the edge. Here's James William blitzing. Mano is going to help wrap up. But Lichtenstein making plays as that rotation D lineman, playing the edge in that 3D lineman set. I mean, bro, I'm been super excited for him. I've been shouting him out a couple of times in these reviews. But shout out to Lichtenstein, that whole defensive line, monsters. Love the D lineman sets because we can play more linebackers. Some of our best players on the team are linebackers. Noah, Wesley Basant, Corey Flagg, KJ Cloyd. Look at KJ dropping space. They're doing this screen here. Had a lot of action here, a lot of delay. Get it going here from the slot. Trying to back it up. And here's KJ Cloyd. One-on-one tackle. Snuff that out for a 2-yard gain. We gave the ball here to Rashard out. Rashard out the backfield. 2-by-2 set. Just a little running play. Create space. Jumps outside. But it was nice because it was something different because Chaney was out in the slot. It was kind of like just motion Chaney out, get Rashard in. This is really all that we did to get him the ball much. Gets a couple catches later. 11 personnel. You're tight end here, tight end Jacoby and tight. Great job here from Emery Williams reading this. This was going to be an interception. You had somebody waiting underneath. So they're going to show here for X with this slant. They're going to show here because he beats him. Great route running. This is X, easy diamond release. Going to go outside, then cut back across face. But you got to it right under there. So great job here from Emery Williams realizing, hey, I got this win here from X. He quickly looked off it once he saw number 5 come through, and you see him rearrange, put it at 4 yards to Horton. Great tough catch there from Horton, but just great eyes there from Emery. He saw X. He did beat him in man coverage, but then he saw number 5 just lurking underneath the throwing window. Be safe with the football. Hit Horton. 4 wide set, 2x2 here. Florida State's going to bring 5 delayed blitz from the middle linebacker. Emery steps up. He won a lot of people over this, lowering his shoulder, booming, stretching the ball out. Well past the first down, young man, but showed heart for plays like this all day. Really took over this game in the second quarter. Donald Chaney was kind of the Canes offense here. Great job here from Jacoby George running this guy off, then blocking. He runs himself out the play. Maunova just had to tap him. Great job point of attack from Matt Lee. Then Nez Cooper. And then there's that speed and the burst that you've seen from Chaney all year, which has made Canes fans just reminisce on all the time we've missed from him. So just that great job here. They're flowing inside. This guy shoots himself out the play. So now it's just point of attack here. And Nez Cooper does his job. Matt Lee's holding up enough. And Jacoby George blocks a little downfield to allow Chaney to make that big play. Here we go again. Now it's McCormick, who's, I feel like I say this every review, with the key block to spring this run play. You see him wham and then be the kick-out block here. It's going to allow Chaney to cut outside. And again, downfield, that huge burst that we've seen from Chaney. And yes, I have to talk about it because, bro, this is out of bounds. Like, if you get hit in this like this garnet or gold, whatever you want to call it, the maroon, whatever the hell other color that is, if you get tackled like that down that area, at least that's what it is. Chaney's way down over here, like 4 yards, 5 yards away. Can't believe there was no penalty for that. If we would have tackled somebody like that, it would have been a throw. But again, McCormick, shout out to him for this block right here all year. And then Chaney with the jump cut, his vision, his speed, his power. He's been a complete back. Jacoby George, again, not just balling all game, blocking downfield all game as well. Easy money here from Jacoby George. He's going to recreate the line of scrimmage. You see he's playing off. Hesitation, and that ball's in the air. That's great timing. That means they worked on this all week. Jacoby George, one of the most best route runners, or most excellent route runners in the nation, is going to be able to make these type of plays for you all year. Hesitation, then burst. Now you just got to beat him to the spot. That ball's to the outside window. There's nothing you can do, fam. You lost at the line of scrimmage when he froze you up. Good job here from Emery. Second career touchdown. Right on the outside shoulder. TD. I'm not one to usually, come at refs all the time, but just, be on the wrong end of every review this year, which been just clear as day, the wrong call. You just hate to see it continuously from the ACC. Coach Mario was pissed. I can't wait to see him, continue to hopefully we bash or get something out of Dan Radakovich. But another 3D lineman set. I love that because we put another linebacker out on the field. This allows Wesley to do exactly what we've been talking about earlier. Great job here, Jared Harrison Hunt, holding up this line, running back, which allows Wesley not to get a full arm with him. Ruben Bain almost wins one-on-one here on the backside. So Jordan Travis retreats, doesn't feel Wesley because he has running back protection, so he feels like he has this side on lock. This is 3-on-2, so he's not really looking that way. So he's scrambling, and then now Wesley drags him down the end zone. This should have been a safety. Like, bro, it's crazy. This should definitely be a safety. Like, what's the what's the point of these pylon cams? Like, buddy's knees down, his feet is in the end zone, the ball is in the end zone. Like, what else can it be? The ball lands in the end zone, his body's behind the line. What else the hell do you need? That's a safety. Like, bro, like, the ball's in the back of the end zone on first contact. He runs voluntarily back. It's not like Ruben Bain pushes him into the end zone. He voluntarily runs back after breaking that tackle. ACC, you should be ashamed of yourself. Story of the year, we got to rely on that offensive line. Matt Lee and Nez Cooper sealing off here. Here's mano here with Javion Cohen, and a 1v1 tackle broken by Don Chaney. We'll see better on this angle here, but light numbers in the box. 5 in the box, I just counted them out for you. Get this double team here. Seal butt to the hole from Cohen. Now Chaney's 1 foot in the ground going north and south. And you got to tie this up with us with that discombobulated start run play. But look at this onside kick. Florida State tried to catch a snap, and we did, take the momentum back of that game and win that second quarter. So Florida State tried to onside kick us, catch us. But great job here from Frank Ladson jumping up there and securing that wide receiver. So you love to see them strong hands, obviously. But huge play, honestly, because that would have caught us slipping. They could have started the cave early. Frank Ladson jumped up there and secured that football. Anytime you see 55 and 73 gang up on somebody, you know it's going to be a great job. Double team. See Cohen chip here, then move on straight to the next one as Jalen Rivers comes down. This is just a clinic on the offensive line on how to block. I mean, I learn every single week watching this offensive line. But anytime you see 55 and 73 double team, that's dead. So you see initial chip right here, and switch here from Cohen, which allows that one-on-one for the linebacker or safety as the unblocked defender. He shoots, and Mark's able to just cut through. See this linebacker chooses out here. Mark sees it, cuts back inside. Great job from the O-line and Mark Fletcher. Once we got in Andy's field goal range, we just ran it. We bet on him making this 51-yard field goal. Let's just be honest. It was super vanilla. It was protect the 3 points to go up. This hurts because it's a big play, but defense does stand tall and hold them down to 3. So you have our nickel shooting down and double slants here, right? So it's the RPO or he pulls it. Cam jumps that outside slant on Keon Coleman, expecting that ball to go to their star. Wants to get that big hit or that interception. That ball goes right underneath that slot. Great job running it down here because we do set this for being a touchdown to hold it to 3. So great job there by James Williams, Cam, and everybody, even Jadaeus Richard, who dude almost fumbled. He jumped on it, but dude was down. But you gotta be able to bid on that outside, on that outside slant. But we gotta have one across the face there. So that's just one you want to have back. A great effort, and then we'll get into this goal line stand, which is to come right here on third down. This is going to be an excellent play here. Jafari Harvey, and then you got Cam Kitchens exit the game, and here comes Jaden Harris, the redshirt freshman, who comes through and makes a huge tackle here with Jafari Harvey. Here he is over here on the outside, sets through, steps right through the gap. Harvey doing a great job tracking. Jordan Travis has to cut back up because corner kept the outside leverage, and now Jaden Harris comes to fields. Great goal line stand here. This one hurt because it's on 3rd and 6. You're like, dang, you want Emery to throw it. But when you run it and you potentially have this, man, it hurts. Florida State brings a lot of pressure off the left side. The right side was open. Mark Fletcher, if he sees it right here, man, he could be running. This guy's following Jacoby in man coverage. All he had to do was one little cut to this outside, man. Oof. So it's like, damn, why you running it on 3rd and 6? And it's like, damn, bro, this could have been a huge run. On the other way, just if you don't eat this up the middle, man, you just find a way to get outside through this hole. This guy's back to the quarterback in man coverage. You're probably running 15, 20 yards before somebody even contacts you. Tough one here. They're a great team. They're going to make plays. They make one here, trips here to the field side. They get everybody dropping in coverage, but when you have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 bodies that you're able to slip through, so now there's only 5 bodies left. But now what happens is they have numbers because they have 3 receivers out here blocking. You don't get them here on the ground where Wesley's able to burst through, and now he outruns that angle. Great play there. There's probably 1 or 2 real chances there we could have tackled that angle from James Williams. You would have hoped that would have ended up. Ain't even mad. It's just good throw catch here. 6'7". Had to push off Damari a couple times. Just a perfect back shoulder ball, honestly, from Jordan Travis. Great coverage there from Jadaeus Richard. Ain't even mad about it. Just see again that 3D lineman set. Just rotating 3D lineman strong here. Lichtenstein stunts inside with Dean, and then you have him just basically crash down and wrap around. See that stunt here? Now here comes Dean coming around. Him being healthy since he got back after Georgia Tech. I mean, Georgia Tech game. He's been a monster since he came. Another great thing about our 3D lineman sets with extra linebackers is we can come from anywhere. You brush 3D lineman to the right side, then you have Malinoa Kiko just wrap around, wrap around, wrap around, and by the time he gets free, he can just shoot full speed, and then now you just close that gap on Jordan Travis way sooner than he could expect. On 3rd and 12, it's a critical sack. Yeah, he knows it, but it just happens so fast because you drop in your pocket, you're watching your reads. Next thing you know, a guy's running full speed, and as you try to bounce out the pocket, because now you have Dean coming, so he's gonna try to extend. Oh, next thing you know, somebody's ready running full speed, waiting for you to do so. Love the scheme, love the 3 down linemen with the extra linebacker, especially when our linebackers are all good players. Really like the only play bro make. That's not on the freshman. I made that tackle there for Jaden Harris. Then the rest of the return team got to find a way to get this guy to the ground way before he shoots to the gap. Great effort here from Markeith Williams and our punter Dylan Joyce to save a touchdown. We got to make that initial tackle. And he just is too good of an athlete to allow him to just shoot through that burst. I don't think he's a great punt returner at all. So I was very upset when I was able to see him, have some success here. Great job from James Williams, the rest of the pack here. Just to get him, down when you would think by the line of scrimmage. And he got that Houdini. I thought this was another play, but this is the Houdini play. I hate watching Travis just break tackles, break tackles, break tackles, break tackles, break tackles, break tackles. Just pisses you off. Our red zone defense and our goal line defense is amazing. This is Corey Flagg's going to shoot through. But man, it hits me off every time I see this guy break tackles. Thankfully, here Corey Flagg is going to stuff this for nothing. You look at this read here from Corey Flagg. He's going to shoot through the gap, shoot through the gap. That's what the experience does. Presses his line of scrimmage, then shaves down. Great TFL here from Corey Flagg. This is the play I was waiting for, the push off here. You have him just a foot outside, little fade route. This ball so to the outside. Keon Coleman's really just has to adjust and just run back towards it. So they Travis put that ball in a place where only Coleman could get it. It's a fade. It looked like it was an out route. It was literally a fade. That's how much how outside that ball is. He's going to fade that ball. Literally is basically an out route. He has to turn around and run and go get it. You can call Demari on it, little hands on. Okay, bro, you got 24 yards all freaking day. As I pause for this ad, had 24 yards all day, no catches by halftime. Barely a push off, barely a pull, if anything. It is what it is. 11 personnel set. This 1st and 15. Emery just decides F it. He was looking at Jacoby George the whole way. Earlier, he was almost made this throw. They had safety help, and he decided to take a sack. This time, he said F it. Drop our nuts and go throw this ball. Literally perfect to the outside shoulder, but this is a very bad angle from Florida State. But Jacoby George is 2-0 versus safety help over the top. Versus Texas A&M, you think of that big play to end that game or close that game out. Just perfect concentration for him to barely see that ball coming when Kevin Owens, another Broward County player, is coming over the top of him. Yeah, these faces is crazy. Yeah, but look at this, bro. The concentration, this horrible angle comes up way too early on it, but just the concentration to track that ball, all hands, and then just go up there and up north and just fucking score, fam. This is crazy. Just concentration, great eyes. Wrong angle here from Knowles, from the Knowles, and then boom, upfield for a touchdown. This was crazy. Just way to track the football, way to put it there on the spot. It technically got through 2 people to Jacoby George. Beautiful play. Bro, big as hell, can't get no type of separation. Just be pushing, bro. Clearly pushed Demar here on the side, but it's all good, bro. Y'all had to push a freshman, bro. He dropped his nuts on there. I ain't gonna lie. I think Demari showcased a lot here, but that was clearly a push here at the top of the route. You don't want to call it. We get it. Our boys ACC refs. We get it. But Demari, fine by my book. Jadaeus Richard, fine by my book. Another 3-down D lineman set, but you bring James Williams into the box as well. You have another linebacker standing over, and you just bring everybody. You bring Wesley off the edge. You bring James up the middle. You bring Francisco Malano up the middle again. Just the all-out pressure here from Coach Lance Goodry. It's been special. We brought pretty much linebacker after linebacker, but now we bring them all. You have Wesley here outside. You have KJ Cloyd lined up here over the freaking guard, and then Malanoa coming. So look at the offensive line. They pick up all they can. This is just we're bringing too much more. Now running back sees him. You have James. Now Malanoa running full speed up the middle. It's just no chance. Love the Coach Guidry. I hope he's a Hurricane for a long time because the way he calls defenses just kind of fits Miami Hurricanes. Not going to spend too much time on this play. It's 4th and 2. Got to have it. 11 set personnel. You have Restrepo here in the H. They're trying to get him into the flat. Not really that creative, to be honest. You just play action. Florida State had it covered. Actually trying to get, he's basically going to catch this ball behind the line of scrimmage. He sees his cover, so he tries to get some depth, vertical, then just opens up the lane for Emory to run. He sees it. He takes his competitor. He sees it. He's stretching that ball off, trying everything he can to get it there, but just lands on it wrong, man. All the other weight on top of it, goes down to a compound fracture. It was hard to watch. It's hard to see. Just prayers up for him. Emory heal up. Hopefully, he's good to go for spring next football, whatever the hell the timetable is. Let's just stand behind him, Canes Nation. This was crazy. Tyler Van Dyke coming in with the potential to have a fairy tale, ending 3rd and 12, throwing a back shoulder ball to Kobe Young, who makes the catch. Kind of made people go, oh, because it was almost that storybook ending. To be real with you, coming off the bench, just goes. He hasn't thrown a ball all game. Coming in with less than 2 minutes left, like I didn't expect nothing. To be real with you, but then to come in, drop 2 balls back to back to Kobe Young, for probably 20, 30 yards, and then it just, it fell sideways. The butt of the joke is going to be through another interception. Uh, they try to draw up a play here on excellent timing. I don't understand why they went with a timing route when the quarterback hasn't been in all game, so it's really no timing. So he throws a pick here. People are going to joke, oh, TBD fashion throws a pick. But I mean, what else are you going to do in that situation? It was tough all around. Go Canes. See you at Hard Rock Louisville.